everybody. Welcome to Near Mint Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community, lay claim to some comic book knowledge. I am, what's my name? Astonishing Melanie. Sorry, I was reading Ipsy's name at the same time. This is the Immortal Ipsy, and this is the Uncanny Omar. And together we are, sorry, Ipsy, not you, Omni. Hey, Sean DeSook. NMC is number one on my evergreen shows list.
Well, thank you so much for that,
Hey,
Bill Owens.
Wait.
Picar.
Picar's ghost. Okay. I want to pronounce it correctly. How are you guys? Where's everybody from?
Oh, that's a good question. Where is everybody from? I am originally
from to be Arctic Tundra, East Central Illinois. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. We're about to get some snow again.
I'm glad you can catch a live stream.
Niels?
Hi, Mr. Kyle.
Well, my friend.
Hi, Aria. DC event Evergreen stream was a class.
It was a lot of fun. I had a blast doing that, and time just flies. Morning, everyone from Arizona. I hope everyone is enjoying the day. Hey, guys, how are you? We're okay. We're okay.
Niels from the Netherlands.
I knew Phil from South Wales. That's where the symbiote's from. I own all 10 of your DC Evergreen lists. What now? Well, now we got to do more than we got to do an evergreen list of the comic pages, books that he doesn't own. Morning, Omar, Melanie. Hey,
my bad. So if you're making that grimace face about reading Civil War 2,
God bless you. Good journey.
Why? Have you read it before?
Oh, good.
And if you don't like it, why are you reading it?
Would you buy the omnibus if they made a Civil War
2? Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping
that can
across
be your fusion
the plains.
Son. Fusion. With
Immortal son.
Hey, Logan, how are you, my friend? Orlando's in the house with Tiger Eyes. Oh, Tiger Eyes. Oh, Tiger Eyes. Yeah, we're so close. Eyes. We're so close to doing the reprint poll and the most wanted Marvel and DC Omni poll that you started so many years ago. It's about that time. Time just flies. Seriously. Roberto Rodriguez.
I didn't know you're from Germany.
I didn't either. Kansas in the house. What's up, Kansas? Mika is Matt.
Yeah, I didn't know you were from Finland.
Have you seen Matt? Is he in the chat? His mom's the one that had a cardiac arrest. Eating dry cereal in North.
I got my Cheerios to snack on.
You all not drink milk in North Yorkshire?
I just want the Cheerios.
Hey, this gentleman won the Micronauts. Which I still get to ship out the winter stuff.
John is your soul in North Dakota, guys. Anyone else here from North Dakota?
Nobody else from North Dakota? Anybody from South Dakota, like his mortal enemy?
Tiger Eye says, I'm ready when you are. When's the Marvel Epic announcements? How many do you foresee?
I hope by August, September. No, we've done August and September. We need October, November, December, and January. 8 times 4. 24. 8 times 4 is 24, right? Yeah, 8 times. Yeah. No, 8 times 3 is 24, Melanie. 8 times 4 is 36. Why did you agree with me? 30, maybe 30.
I was thinking about Identity Crisis.
30, 32, 30. I'll go play it safe and say 30.
Yeah.
You read that Identity Crisis because of the Everstream.
Happy 40 to the Goonies. It's back on the big screen tomorrow. Also, Goonies never say die.
No, they don't.
E.M. Carroll's a guest in the house. Oh, I don't know what that is.
Guest in the house is stunningly beautiful. I don't. No, I do not.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Oh, comic pages. I'm glad you got excited. I know you and Phil Owens got really excited about the Captain Marvel death of Omnibus.
This guy's at 32. Not a math teacher.
Not a math teacher.
He Torsten. 36, 32.
I'm playing it safe and saying something around 30.
Okay. Good sad news about NMC Evergreen. Peter isn't in first place anymore. Lars is now in first place by one book.
Lars?
41 books with an average of 1.833. Here's James with the math. Lars is 23/33 books. 23 out of 33 books with an average of 2.
Lars plays it safe. That's Lars' problem. He doesn't take a risk. He doesn't. Hey, Ronzilla, how are you, brother?
Is there a Goonies sequel in the works?
They made a Goonies sequel in the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's called Goonies 2, and you fought with a yo-yo. Or was that Star Tropics? No, there is a yo-yo item in the Goonies 2. That's the only Goonies 2 for me. The voice actors came in and reprised their roles.
So Raul
that they did not have
appreciated the X1 reading order production.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Dom edited it.
Yeah, Dom put it together. I did the color correction and the sound balance, but he put the overlays together, and it was a blast working with him, and we hope to continue doing it. Waiting for that X-Men 18 Epic Collection announcement. How was your individual and collective week? I really enjoyed the Map My X. Oh, we did a Map My X the same week as we did the Evergreen. That was killer, man. We had a killer week. Peter and I are doing the Future of X-Men Omni mappings on Monday at 2:30 p.m. And join him. He has a live. I think he's doing live streams every Sunday, is what he told me.
Hey, Bar.
Happy Saturday, beautiful people. How's everyone doing? How are you, beautiful girl? Leaving Nova Scotia on Monday for the week. Have a work trip in Miami.
Anyone have Miami must-dos?
Go to South Beach. I used to love visiting my uncle in the summers.
Welcome to Miami.
Yes.
Sing that song when you
don't do that.
Welcome to Miami.
I don't think Will Smith is very much like down in Miami.
Oh.
Man, have some nice Cuban food. Oh, dude, yeah, Miami. I don't know what clubs are still. Do you like clubbing? I don't know, but comic stores are in Miami. It was Goonies 2 with the yo-yo weapon, Omar. Dang, we're getting old. What do you mean we? You getting old? Let's do this. Diamond Banker. Oh my God.
Thank you for the super chat.
What?
Oh, and look, I'm wearing my Pingu. And his sibling. Wait, can I say his name? It kind of sounds like a
no. Don't do that.
Name. It's something else.
There's a lot of Latinos that are like, what did you just say? Okay, hold on to your hats. I have a lot of thoughts about this. Hi, Mom. I'm not at liberty to discuss things that I know, unfortunately, because it's not my place. Nor do I like to stir up rumors, but the Diamond filing for bankruptcy, there's lots of businesses that have filed for bankruptcy. There's publishers that have filed for bankruptcy and they're still around. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're out of business. It is really difficult to be a small-time publisher, and Diamond is your exclusive distributor because numbers are different at PRH and Lunar. You need specific numbers that you have to meet before they will distribute your book. So I really, really feel bad is what I want to say for these small-time publishers because they don't know what to do because costs are going to go up if they start distributing themselves. Plus, if you own a retail store, it is a nightmare. It was a nightmare to order when I worked at the retail store, at a comic book store, and there were 3 different places to order from. One place you got your manga, one place was DC, it was Capital, Diamond, and I can't remember the other place. It's bad right now. I think there's a lot of misconceptions, talking about the way they run business. And I'm not saying every business is perfect, but the whole, I think when people jump into the Diamond monopoly and they see the negativity with that, I think there's a lot of misunderstandings. I don't think they see the broader picture of what Diamond brought. Yeah, there was a lot of broken things that they could have fixed. And
Summer says say no to rumors.
Yeah. No, and I'm just telling you straight up. And now we have, we have a similar case that I don't think people realize what's happening. And like I said, I'm not at liberty to talk about that kind of stuff. That is not my place.
Did some of the comic companies leave Diamond years ago?
DC leaving Diamond was the big thing that and you can see what retailers think about this. I am not a retailer. DC leaving Diamond was kind of the big start to everything, and that was in 2020 when we had the whole pandemic happen, and it led to a lot of other people perhaps looking at different outlets, distribution outlets. I remember having a Saturday live stream and people were like, yeah, the Diamond monopoly's over. This is going to be great for us. It's going to cost less. And I was like, no, your books are not going to cost less. The discounts are going to go down. And sure enough, the discounts have gone down. Everybody remember IST and shopping at 50% off the week the books came out, 52% off if you had the extra 2%. Those days are long gone. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. Like, that's the unfortunate part of what's happening. And this makes me sad. My local comic book store is closing after 18 years. I'm sad about, but got a lot. There's a sadness and happiness too when stores go out of business, right? Hey, Sarah, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a minute. There is a lot of like sadness and happiness when it comes to something going out of business, right? It's like, ooh, I got a good deal, but the sadness sinks in when you're like, that place is not going to be around anymore. That really sucks. That really sucks.
How do you know what are rumors and what aren't? It's not always clear. Sometimes I can find out, but not always.
Is it being spread in the girls' bathroom in school? That's a rumor.
Oh, that's not an answer.
Just whenever the Diamond thing is not a rumor. Like, that is a fact. They are filing bankruptcy. That was a statement made by the owner of Diamond Comics. What the future entails, though, is everything is up in the air right now. And I swear, like, I will never make a video of like these, like, every time things like this happen, people take advantage, and like, I happen to know everything there is to know about Diamond. I'm not a retailer. Like, I just know things from talking to retailers. I know things from just working in retail. Like, there's a lot of things up in the air. A lot of the publishers I work with, the smaller publishers, have no idea what it's going to be like in 4 weeks, a year from now, and how they're going to distribute books. So people claiming to know things don't really know things right now. Everything is up in the air. And like I mentioned, there have been publishers that have filed bankruptcy that are still around. One of the publishers I know that I work with right now has filed bankruptcy 3 times. If smaller publishers go on their own, like Vault is doing, shipping costs are going to be outrageous for them or the stores. Correct. Thank you, Bruce, for the super chat. Yeah, everything is going to go up. Prices are going to go up, and some stores can't keep up with it. The solution, I saw one of the stupidest statements on Twitter, and I don't know why I went on Twitter, but it was somebody that published their own comic book, and they were successful at doing it, and said they should just take my template and use it across the board. Yeah, if you're creating a comic book with a friend and you're in charge of shipping it, can you imagine being the comic book store and having to order from 100 different versions of you that have created comic books? It's insane. Go to Always an Instigator, because I need to. Miller Swamp Thing is 50% off right now at IST. Yes, because Lunar is the exclusive distributor to DC Comics. I'm gonna let you do that math. All right, let's keep going. So those are my short little thoughts on Diamond. I don't want anybody to lose their jobs.
Questions when while you were explaining that, so maybe we could do a few in a row.
Okay.
Want to ask when the panel gets together to go over the DC catalog. I love seeing what is next with all of you.
Oh, whenever that catalog is up, the catalog is usually at the end of February, early March. So sometime around then, you're gonna start seeing stuff leak. You're gonna start seeing like Hush, Absolute Hush is coming back to print. October, I believe. Yeah.
What do you think of Dr. Doom's new Avengers team and its members? Onslaught is a member.
I haven't seen it. I don't. I trade weight. So what are you talking about? Like One World Under Doom? I'm excited for that storyline because I love Ryan North.
When you announced Age of Omnibus, I was waiting on the modern era epics to come in the mail. Also, that Omni is going to be
huge. It's going to be those 3 epics, my dude.
I see Star Wars epic is coming up. Stark. Oh. Mm-hmm. What kind of weight am I looking at for an omnibus of this story? 2026 or 2027?
My brother, we've been waiting for years. I don't know. I know John's been waiting decades for that. Also, my Kill Bill steelbooks arrived today. My Kill Bill, Jackie Brown, and Reservoir Dogs got shipped out, Bruce. And thank you for telling me about that sale, by the way. Is James here? Why is somebody saying, "Oh, James"? What happened to James?
James, are you okay? Oh. We are happy you're here. Oh, James is okay. Okay,
James is okay.
Wait. The eclectic electric normal.
I love this guy.
Is going to Lowe's. Anybody need anything? I'll see you book club tomorrow.
Who drew your Frankenstein picture, or is that a self-portrait?
Wait, is it still you, Brent? This isn't like a copy account.
Somebody copied.
Well, like somebody does you. And so, yes, tomorrow we are going to discuss Daredevil Born Again.
What time is that?
That's at 2:00 Eastern time. And so tomorrow I will send out a Zoom link for those of you who are in the $7.77 Patreon tier. And Lydia read it as well. So hopefully she'll join us.
She's doing a video with me about Born Again.
So yeah. Oh, wait, she's hanging out with somebody tomorrow. Oh, maybe she won't.
It's okay.
So anyway, so I'm excited about that.
Will there be?
I read it years ago, but I don't remember. And I'm like, oh, this is a good story.
Will there be any more cross-gen omnis? I just saw that. I was supposed to announce one with the last batches, but they've moved it. So the thoughts are still there. The thoughts of putting those out are still there. I hope the sales have been good for those. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Can't wait for all these new Tarantino 4Ks plus Amadeus. Order them through Booms. we still doing the X-Men reading, or was that Krakoa Age all for now? That is all for now. Well, as far as reading orders, I am putting it up on Patreon for our Patreons to vote what the next reading order will be. So yes. No, that's me. And my 8-year-old drew that.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dang.
Wait, why do you look
Good
like
job.
you have a crack on your forehead? Okay. Maybe that's the way he sees you. That's cool.
Are you all excited for the Raw Marvel Legends figure that just got announced? I think I'm a buyer.
I'm on the fence. I'm actually excited because I like X-Men Legends. So I got excited over the Banshee, maybe Marvel Girl from the X Factor era, and still on the fence about the Ken, whatever his name is.
What's your favorite David Lynch works?
Oh, Eraserhead or Twin Peaks, Blue Velvet. Probably one of those.
I still need to watch Twin Peaks. I saw Eraserhead years ago, and of course, all I remember is the little
baby
and the dancing. And
well, that's what makes it creepy. It's the sounds, right? It's not necessarily a scary movie. It's just the sounds. Oh, and the girl in the furnace, right?
The dancing.
With a big cheese.
Weird. What's your absolute limit for double dipping stories?
Oh, that's hard. I don't know, brother. I'm stupid. Wait, can you go back? Who was that?
Daredevil.
Oh, hey. I'm stupid. If it's X-Men, if like something comes out with that has like two issues that's never been collected anywhere else, but it has everything. Like, oh man, I think I'm that dumb that I may get it. Like, I would be that stupid. If it's X-Men, if it's something that I really love, if it's like Avengers or like Captain Marvel or Venom, like if I were collecting Venom and Venom the End is coming out and I know that doesn't really fit into continuity anywhere, I'd pass on that because it's Venom. But X-Men the End is collected in that End omnibus, then I would definitely get it because I'm like, where else are they going to fit this?
Let's see.
I did preface that with I'm an idiot.
Do you know if Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 omnibus will get a re-release anytime soon?
I haven't seen that on the catalog or in the schedule.
What about a continuity comic omnibus?
Like starting with like Fantastic Four #1, Animal Crackers, Fantastic Four #1, and then going from there. That's kind of what they were doing with their 1960s omnis. Boy, you're talking about that is really niche. Omar, guess what? I just put an order for 75 Epic Collections, but there are some that's already out of print, sadly. Do you foresee reprints coming soon of Epic Collections? Outside of the ones I've announced, I haven't seen any. Been doing a David Lynch tribute rewatch over the past few days, starting with Eraserhead. You know what makes me sad is he was currently working on remastering a lot of his movies. Double dipping like George Costanza.
Any plans for Krakoan era and omnibus, like formed from the beginning, or like from the beginning? Can't read.
We have been asking. We've been asking. I don't know yet.
Did Marvel forget about Avengers Omnibus by Bendis Volume 2? It's been 12 years, I guess.
For the same reason they forgot about Wolverine Omnibus Volume 2. Look, here's what happens. Here's the secret. Here's the secret sauce.
Yay, Karsten!
I suggested
you should join us tomorrow.
They reprint Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, and David was like, no, that book sold horrible. And I was like, yeah, but that was 10 years ago. I bet if it will sell better now. So I made a bet with him. I was like, if it sold better, will we get a Volume 2 of Wolverine Omnibus? And he kind of laughed it off, and he was like, all right. And now we have Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 coming out. Do I think New Avengers sold as well as Wolverine? No, probably not. Do I think New Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 sold enough to get a Volume 2? I absolutely do. Keep hoping we finally get Lynch's Wild at Heart in 4K anytime soon. I think somebody else would have to remaster that, though.
Is Everything in God Loves Man Kills Epic Collection in Uncanny X-Men Omni Volume 3? Didn't have any of these books yet and can't afford to double dip.
Yeah. Everything that you have in that Epic Collection is in Volume 3 of the Omnibus.
Do you think there will be any chance of a Marvel Age Omnibus Volume 2? The first one is simply a classic.
It is, but that's another one that's really niche. I don't know. Okay, but reprint Wolverine 1 again, please. It's been reprinted. It's only had one printing and then a reprint, right? So it's only had 2 printings.
Aww.
I started rewatching. Hey, Dana, how are you? And the opening title and the classic theme music made me start choking.
That's how I feel about Hey Arnold. No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think of something random. That's how I feel about about Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Like I know that people don't. I got into not an argument, but I shouldn't have gotten into a dispute with somebody commenting on my video from 2023 when I went over the people that passed away that worked in comics. And the comment was just so stupid I had to reply. And it was something along the lines of like, you know, why do people get upset? No, he wasn't even asking. He was legit like, it's so stupid to see people get upset over the death of people they don't know. And I replied back with, you know, to a lot of us, like, it's like when you lose a musician, right? That voice won't be there anymore. It's gone. And I feel the same way. It's like it's like seeing my somebody else wearing my friend's clothes, but my friend isn't there anymore. That's what it feels like to me when somebody passes away that has worked on something, and then the legacy continues. Like I'm sure David Lynch's legacy will continue. There'll be another Twin Peaks. It'll be some kind of reimagining, but you know it won't be David Lynch. So of course it's okay. I think
Jack Ferry, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, hermano. I think it's okay to mourn people you don't know because they impacted you in a way. It makes perfect sense to me.
Do you want to read his?
Viva Peru, carajo! Rest in peace, David Lynch, 1946 to 2025.
The reading order.
Yes.
Back. Which one is next?
I am debating on putting Avengers versus Wonder Woman, but I'm afraid Wonder Woman is going to lose out for the third time again. I can't have that to 1D. Like
Wandy.
I don't know if I can do that. So I'm debating on what to do next. I was thinking about doing a where to start reading again, if I have enough time. The problem is like having enough time in between reading everything else. Will Marvel ever reprint the Ultraverse to keep copyrights, or will Marvel just let the name rights go? I don't know if they'll reprint it or not. I have at least 3 epics that are entirely double dips with material I have in part works with art across the spine, so not about to move on the doubles. They came from the warehouse sales. Oh,
it's only bad if you double dip originates and you not remembering that you had a book already. Oh, I'm excited to read.
I've done that.
Peacemaker Tries Hard, which Maddie did an Over Your New Reader a few months ago on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I want to read the book. I really don't know anything about it. And so that came in the mail yesterday. So I'm excited to read that. Started X-Men from the start.
God bless
very
you.
Start. And I'm loving it.
Oh, good. You already love it. What if you love the Silver Age, like the Stan Lee and Jack Kirby stuff, and then you hate like the Chris Claremont era? You're like, man, this era is garbage. Not hashtag not my X-Men. Which company, DC or Marvel, do you think have more out of print omnis? I have seemingly rare Bronze Age. Oh, Marvel. 100% Marvel. Because they print about 33% more than DC does. Yeah, 100% Marvel. No 1D love.
Thoughts that they're calling Captain Marvel Volume 2 Death of rather than Volume 2? Slightly irritating, in my opinion.
I think I've mentioned what's going on. What's going on is that Volume... they've gone back to the point where Volumes 2s and 3s aren't selling as well as they used to. So instead of canceling a line, they're going to try to rebrand it into something else. Unless it's X-Men or unless it's Spider-Man. Like for the classic stuff, like they will still be putting out classic stuff. Like, I don't know, one day I'm sure we'll get like a Thor. No, I did. I announced Thor Omnibus Volume 5. Whoops, I thought I hadn't announced that yet. But yeah, Thor, and it's not the only classic stuff that I'm not done announcing. I think I've got 1 or 2 more classic stuff I haven't announced yet. And one I'm very excited because it's about dang time. No, Omar, basic human empathy is only allowed for the people you know personally. Sarcasm at its best. Wonder Woman is long overdue. I think so too. I think I would have fun with that. What unmade Batman Omni would you collect? Black Mirror?
No. What unmade Batman Omni would collect Black Mirror?
Batman starring Dick Grayson would be the only one, I think. Because it's the beginning of Scott Snyder's run on Batman, but it's not part of the New 52 by Snyder and Capullo. Yeah, it would have to be like Batman the Boy Wonder. Yeah, that's a pretty catchy title. Stupid, but catchy. Yeah.
How do you feel about Dan Slott coming to DC to do a Superman series?
Let him have at it, man. That's cool. He did like, oh my gosh, I think he has done just about everything in Spider-Man's written about off and on 12, 13 years of Spidey. Yeah, Razorhead is so good.
Bar's been waiting years for the Wonder Woman reading order. We ever get an absolute edition of Batman by O'Neill?
Oh, I'm sure we will with the original colors.
Any hope we'll get reprints for Thor Omnis 2 and 3?
You know, I haven't seen. I'll be honest, I haven't seen that, and I have reminded them of Thor 2. I think I missed that. There's even a Captain Marvel. Yeah, I announced it last Tuesday. Wonder Woman's the original female superhero. Or will we ever get a Legion of Superheroes reading order? Yeah, I'll invite Lars and Omnidog to join me for that.
Oh, I can't do this next year. I forgot.
Omar can't read. Now that's a blanket statement. Melanie has to help him. She taught me English.
Loving Silver Age X-Men and hating Claremont onwards. Kurt Busiek has entered the chat.
It's going to be Omnibo, Scott Snyder Companion, Omni, Black Mirror, All-Star, and Gates of Gotham. Actually, that's a good idea. Is that how we mapped it? I think I could have sworn maybe Peter came up with that idea too. That's a good idea.
Which Marvel event do you think should be given an omnibus?
You mean what's left? There's not a lot left. There's Fear Itself, Civil War, Blood Hunt. I actually like Blood Hunt. I'd like to see that. I'll go with Blood Hunt. Why don't you start a safe series, like a versus one? X-Men versus JLA, Spidey versus Nightwing. What can go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? What's that from?
Bubsy. I think we're the only two people on the planet that know that, besides the maker of Bubsy.
I'm a majestic peacock.
That's what I called her. Oh my wow.
Any idea how well the Marvel Age Omnibus sold?
I don't see a Marvel Age Omnibus Volume 2 in the catalog though, so I hope it sold well. Like I said, it's a very niche thing, right? I'd love to see a collected edition of all the Epic Comics line of graphic novels. Do you think there's a chance, with the exception of some like Jim Starlin's work, right? Like, or Bill Matlow's series that they were creator owned.
Oh, the comic book shop's closed on Monday. I want to go.
We can go today.
No, we can't. We're going
to a comic store. I'm taking her to the toy department.
Oh, we are?
We've been over this. I swear.
I swear to God, we weren't.
Well, you'll be swearing to God, not in front of a Catholic. All right.
Phalanx Covenant Omnibus?
No.
Question mark?
No. I think you'll have to vote for it, right?
Oh,
you read this. You read it.
Can I read it with a country accent? Alguna Esperanza.
No, please
I'm
don't.
Brad Pitt from Inglorious Bastards.
Except
I show clips of my film studies.
He didn't speak Spanish though.
No, he's Italian, but he sounds like that. And they want to watch the whole movie, so I'm going to put it on a permission slip. Get a Perry Guardian signature. Oh, we'll watch Inglorious Bastards. Okay. Anyway, Alguna Esperanza de New Mutants, Volume 4, or X Factor, Volume 2.
Volume.
Volume. I'm sorry. Yeah, Flint Eastwood. It's Peggy Hill Spanish.
Yeah, there is hope for that. Absolutely. Bubsy has a cartoon special. What? Why? Bubsy sucked. Or like a bridge too short. Oh my gosh, I still have the soundbite stuck in my head. It's such a bad game.
That's true. It's only the peacocks that have the bright plumage. Peahens are just kind of brown.
Yeah, pea-men, if you will.
Actually.
Did you just...
Pea-men. Yeah. No, peahen.
No, the males of the species are the ones with the pretty plumage.
Yeah, so they're the peacocks.
Wait a second.
Any word on more Captain America Omnis besides Greenwald's Volume 2 this year?
No word on that. No word on that. I had to think.
Oh, Hamza's pointing that out too. There you go. You get your.
Oh, you know, Hamza had to be like, actually.
There was a Deadpool Spider-Man Epic Collection while there were Omnis. Or are you asking, Jacob?
No, he's stating.
Well, but
he made a statement.
Oh, okay. I don't know Legion super well, but I love that.
I do too.
What's the D?
Dan Abbott and Andy Lanning. Oh. I do too, and it predates the stuff they did for Marvel. Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, how does the Justice League Dark Rebirth Omni rank against Justice League Dark New 52 and the other Justice League Omnis in general?
I think both of them are different enough. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go Rebirth because they added Wonder Woman into this story and it's so awesome. Plus, it introduces like these really new creepy beings into the DC universe, the Upside Down Man.
You got your signature. It's film studies.
I pray to thee, DC, bring me an original colors, more Swamp Thing. Oh, man of good taste. Omni already. I'm sure that will come.
Sorry if it's already been asked, but would new Masterworks announcements be coming this week?
You know, I thought about, going ahead and just announcing the 2 that I have. I did ask, and David told me that they're almost done with that list. They're still working things out.
Oh, the general name is Pete.
Of course, Hamza knows that. Of course, Hamza would know that. As he's driving around with his binoculars. Oh, is that a peafowl I see over there? And his friend's like, dude, what are you talking about? We're trying to go to Arby's. And Hamza stops the car to check out a peafowl in the wild. That's his Saturday nights. Peafowling.
Good morning,
Peafowl. Rico Explore.
Oh, Graham asked a couple times earlier in the chat about announcements. I think perhaps in general. I can't remember.
In general?
Maybe.
Yeah, I have an announcement tomorrow, today if you're on Patreon, and Tuesday or Monday if you're on Patreon. Yeah, Patreon usually gets them about an hour, or not an hour, a day earlier.
Generation X Omni?
No.
Oh, who are those Simpsons?
Maybe it's him and his lady.
Maybe
with their pets.
the doggy and the... His brother drew our family as the Simpsons.
Yeah, it was
That's
really cool.
Picture. Alison DeBar says, "Long live the Legion."
Yeah.
Any idea? Oh,
I was wondering if they had a monthly comic now.
Any idea if it will be more volumes of Superman or Batman Silver Age Omnis?
It depends on what the catalog is showing. Right now, it's just showing a reprint, and that's about it. There'll be more stuff popping in and out.
Any announcements for Iron Man?
Mayhaps a epic. Mayhaps.
Are there some Omnis that you would say are better than the Absolute Editions?
Better mapping, yes, absolutely. No pun intended. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like if I wanted the whole story, like I think, for example, like Final Crisis, I think makes a better omnibus than the Absolute Edition, just because it has like George Perez's Legion of Three Worlds in there. Cool. It's got the Flash storyline in there. Have you exposed Melanie to the horror?
I'm reading
Fate Stay.
Delicious
Fate Stay Night is awesome, dude. I love Fate Stay Night.
I'm reading Delicious in Dungeon, and it is good. Which Absolute or Omni of Wonder Woman do you recommend for a beginner?
George Perez's. But honestly, if you like a little horror flair in your comics, the Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang, they're great. As far as the Omnis, Gail Simone's, but I think that's out of print already.
If you were to speculate, do you think Marvel will keep collecting Modern Spider-Man from Brand New Day to Spencer's Era in release order, or will it hop around?
I think they will do brand New Day, then they'll do Big Time. I don't know how they're going. Like I said, because of the volume 2s, I don't know when they'll release it though. Not interesting enough.
You're not interested enough to be a bird watcher. I have a little tiny pair of binoculars in the kitchen to look at birds, and sometimes I remember they exist. My binoculars, that is. The only more absolutes are Crime Against Art.
Oh. Wow.
Any news on Uncanny X-Men Volume 6?
No, aren't you happy with your Mutant Prelude or Mutant Massacre omnibus? Yeah, you want the colors, right, in the letter pages. I do too. What do I think of? Oh, Alex Ross is a blessing. We are very blessed to have.
Oh, Alex. That's so sweet.
Seriously, look how does somebody that good decide to just work in comics?
It is.
Is you and your lady? Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Like we're very, and I know not everybody likes Alex Ross. I get it, but I think it's just amazing that we have somebody that good that has blessed us with his art in comics. Sorry, I'm late. I was looking for the Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson. You know what? I actually made a comment about that in one of my latest videos. I don't know where they are.
Your favorite Bendis run is his independent, right?
Yeah, and I like his Miles Morales, the first volume. Second volume is too Bendis-y for me, but that first volume is solid.
Hello, any plans for Marvel for an epic Marvel team-up collection?
I haven't seen everything from October to December, so I don't know.
Are there any epic editions you think are good companions to Omnis? Missing issues or not in Omni format, period?
Enemy Within, I think, is a great companion to the David Michelinie, Bob Layton's Iron Man omnibus. That's one that comes to mind. It's more complete. The Daredevil Underboss, I think, has a lot of the issues that were not collected in the Omnibus, like the Bob Gale issues.
I have Jeff Johns and
Peter Tomasi's.
Oh, thank you.
That's
You gave me a
good.
chance. I wasn't going to get Peter Tomasi. Green Lantern Omnis. Is Blackest Night Omni essential necessary, or just get it because I'm an idiot in this game too?
It's not necessary. Everything you need is in those two Omnis, but it's fun. Oh my gosh, I feel like, let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of X announcements coming. As a matter of fact, the one tomorrow or today, if you're on Patreon, is an X announcement. The one on Tuesday is an X announcement. With something else on tomorrow, by the way, not just an X.
It's Cosmo Shop time.
Is it already?
Mm-hmm.
It's already 12:45.
No, it's not 12:45. It's 11:36.
If you live in Canada and you're interested in purchasing big books, go to the website bdcosmos.com or go to their physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec. They have 25% off your orders of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of 250 Canadian dollars or more. And let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way, and you'll be added to a monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are for new and returning customers, and that's
BD Cosmos. With rewards and raffles, taking care of customers in Canada. Pew pew. Thank you, Saturday Morning Fan, for always helping out, and other people do so. But yeah, you're always telling us when it's Cosmo Shop time. So thank you.
No word on any more 2099 stuff. Doom and Fantastic Four isn't out yet. Yeah, Chance of Demon Day Treasury Edition reprint. They don't reprint any Treasury or Gallery editions. I really wish they would, because I made the mistake of giving one away because I kept my word.
Jonathan needs that peak peach art like yesterday.
It's good. I like it too. I love her X-Men. I hope that comes out someday in a big edition. You think they'll be give us more Marvel Handbook Omnis, the 2000 series or the 2008? I think they're wrapping up with that volume 2, right, of the Master Edition. Yeah.
Do you think that the IDW Turtles run is over? Will it get collected in a hardcover compendium like the other Turtle series?
I don't know if they'll do that or they'll just stick to soft cover.
Chris would love a Spider-Man announcement, I'm assuming. Oh, yes, I am assuming correctly because you said can't get enough of Spidey.
Didn't I already make Spidey announcements? Like Symbiote Spidey and something else Spidey, or I can't remember. Does Venom count? Age of Venom Omnibus? Yes, it counts. That's a good one. Right, Phil? Phil Owen's still watching?
Why not Generation X? Bachelor? Art
because I don't make the decisions. I haven't seen it. But I'll tell you this. If we get one and I get to announce it, I will ask them to see if they can remaster it, because those scans are rough for like the first, I want to say about 10 or 12 issues need to be remastered in there. Probably more than that. Any thoughts on Remender's Death or Glory? I could not find an overview. Also, is the Byrne Casey Omni a good successor to Peter David's? You mentioned it was not good. It's not a good starting point because it's kind of like what Peter David didn't get to resolve, and then also the beginning of John Byrne's run. Although John Byrne's run is kind of fun. Death to Glory didn't get an I didn't do an overview. Maybe I should do that.
Phil said, of course I'm still watching, or else would I be on a Saturday?
Watching Venom.
Oh, yeah, I want to watch the third one. Just realized Batman DC Bonus Volume 1 collects second chances for the first time in ages, doesn't it? Might double dip just for that.
Yes, and Chris, we do live in an era of reprints. That is correct. Keep in mind, man, we used to get like 1 or 2 reprints a year, and it was always the same thing, too. Like New X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Spider-Man 1.
So was your answer yes to Ibsy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're correct.
Thank you, John, for the super chat.
You could create your own collected edition format for either one of the big two. What would you call it, and what would set it apart from the others? That's a hard question, man.
Yeah, I do not have an answer to that. What if you like leaned over to the side and was like, "Here, well, I'm prepared," and just read off your master plan?
Gosh, because they've been some really good. Okay. No, that's like, I feel like all my ideas would be lame as far as new edition, because I think they have borrowed everything from the European market, right? As far as like the different editions with slipcases. So maybe I will have a book made out of gold with gold paper.
All right.
And it's X-Man Gold.
All right,
X-Man Gold. And for the blue, I'll dip it in blue Kool-Aid, and you can have blue paper. And see, it's a stupid
Omar
idea.
Bus
Yeah, we call it the Omar Bus collection, where I collect my favorite stories. And no one would buy it. It'd be me. It'd be at Ollie's before you know it. It would ship directly to Ollie's. Wow, I'm really selling myself short.
Thanks so much for answering honestly.
Yeah, man.
Aww.
Do you think X-Men Inferno Aftermath Omnibus is possible? Of course I do. But they ain't going to give it to you yet. Because I'm sure they'll give us an X Factor Omnibus Volume 2. And you're going to get all happy. And I'm like, yes. And then they'll announce the X-Men Inferno Omnibus announcements. And you're going to be like, dang it, now what do I do?
Can we get a Hickman and Capullo do a Green Lantern series, please?
Hickman's always wanted to do a Legion of Superheroes. Which, if you think about it, he already kind of wrote that in his X-Men run.
There was
Prime, how you feeling, dude? You have another question you're trying to find?
I lost it.
Okay.
It is cold down here. There's so many untapped series to put in Omni format.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of those, brother. Special cover, Omar. Die cut, glow in the dark. Oh, yeah. Nothing says 90s but that right now. Omar Bus. Call it the Omar Bus. It'll be die cut. It'll be glow in the dark. Have that chromium. Yeah, man. I like that.
Kirby collection.
Oh, then we know who's on the cover. It's got to be Mexican Spider. What's
Not
her name?
Mexican Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. Mexican Gwen Stacy's on the cover. And my variant will be Christina Hendricks, which has absolutely nothing to do with my omnibus. Oh, the first 5 volumes of the Omar Bus are just Chris Claremont. Yeah.
Carson has a question for you.
Who's the better author, Tom King or Jonathan Hickman? For me, Jonathan Hickman. Yeah. Oh, now y'all are giving me ideas. A color essential. Isn't that what compendiums are? Like color essentials, really, if you think about it?
Do you think Marvel will release Uncanny X-Men Omni by Kieran Gillen before his work on Immortal? Will they release more Decimation Era Omni's content before a Messiah Complex Omni?
Well, I know of some things that are coming, and I can't say a word until the announcement is made and everything gets approved. I don't know how they would map that. Because if they make an X-Men Omnibus by Kieran Gillen, would you include his Uncanny work? Because, oh my gosh, that's a decade apart from what happens in the Krakoa era. Maybe it's just Krakoa, Kieran Gillen? I don't know.
Will Marvel ever finish the Daredevil Classic Epic Collection?
Yeah.
I think we're 3 volumes short of finishing the run, but they don't seem to be coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, they'll finish it. Of course they will. They want to keep you at the edge of your seat, though. My man, William.
Hey, Cage.
Hey, how you doing, Cage? We need a Marvel Swimsuit Special Omnibus. Yes. Gonna have to put Rival Sue Storm in that thick and... What's she look like? Maybe I need to start playing some Marvel... My brother invited me to play Marvel Rivals, and I was like, I got time to play video games.
Omar, can one jump into the Onslaught Omni after reading Road to Volume 1?
Yeah, sure. You're missing a chunk of the story, though. You're missing, like, the introduction of Post and no stories.
When are we going to get a Mike Carey X-Men Omnibus?
I don't know. I've been pitching for that one for a long time. Hopefully we will. I know people want to see things like Gillen's Omnibus. I see that more than Mike Carey. I see Bendis' name, X-Men Omnibus, more than Mike Carey. I don't know. I thought Mike Carey was a big seller. He wrote one of my favorite runs on Lucifer. And his X-Men's very underrated.
Do we collectively know that Gerard Way created Penny Parker? I had no idea until Marvel Rivals.
Really? Did he write like that short story? Huh.
Did you ask that about that cancel Marvel box set?
Dang it, I forgot about the story. I suck. I need to you're gonna when I say it, you're gonna be like, of course it was gonna be that. That's stupid. Why'd they cancel it?
Thoughts on Roger Stern's Doctor Strange?
So good.
One of the best.
One of the best.
Okay.
One of the best.
Oh.
One of the best. And I cannot wait for it. It would be in the next omnibus that's not announced yet.
Promise. Thanks for the answer.
He wrote Edge of Spider-Verse number 5. Really? Gerard Way? My Chemical Romance? Well, he loves comics, right? He wrote Doom Patrol and, of course, Umbrella Academy. So that makes sense. But really, Penny Parker?
I was wondering if there's any chance of Marvel reprinting the Star Wars Infinity's Epic Collections as one omnibus.
How many issues or how many pages would that be?
I know you're not usually a fan of collections that compile single issues from different several runs. Are there any you do like?
Like jump around?
Jump around. Jump.
It's a good question. Around. I don't know. Do I like? I love. For me, like having things in collected edition. Like I love everything collected. No issue left behind. No orphans. So that's a tough one. Because like usually it's with creator-centric books like Arthur Adams, I guess. I love his art, so no matter what era he drew it in. Arthur Adams, I guess that's one.
Several different runs means a phrase. Like Marvel Now, for example.
Yeah.
An issue from 30 different series.
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Is the Alien Black and White and Blood in Your Thumbnail Deluxe Edition hardcover?
It's a treasury. So it's the dimensions of a big book, but it's soft.
Anything on Superior Spider-Man, Omnibus 2, and reprints of the first Hulk Epic Collections?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't seen those.
Looks like Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is out September 12th. We'll fight Downton Abbey 3 at the box office. Oh. So no Iron Man Omni announcements coming, but rather epics?
Yeah, maybe an epics unless they decide to move one.
I read actual books that aren't comics. Yeah.
My wife's an English teacher.
I've been listening to Terry Pratchett lately on Audible. I'm reading Thief of Time right now and really enjoying it. And yeah, I like both.
I haven't read a prose in so many years.
Oh, so you've been reading Brandon Sando's
Brando Sando.
I'm obsessed. Yeah. I read the first one. And I really like the magic system, which did you not read that one? Because
I read the comic version.
Oh, okay.
My brother got me. He's the one that talked.
But I just
loves it.
I think I have a hard time sticking with its fantasy, like a long series. I like the Discworld series that you don't have to read them all to understand. It's not necessarily much in order. It's just satire and comedy and good fun.
Vinny finally caught one of these live. Been watching since December of 2023.
Oh, yay.
Thank you for getting me back into comics. Oh, you are so welcome, and I hope you're enjoying your trip back to comics.
Do you have an epic collection announcements this week?
Not this week, unless they shove a bunch of things my way. Thank you. Might have to look into that book. What if there was an Omni that was just orphan issues? Oh, like the Steve Ditko Daredevil issue that's not in the Frank Miller Omnibus? Or the X-Men Heroes for Hope, or Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men? Yes, I'm stupid enough to get that. It's called The Orphans.
Jaggernaut, Omar just remembers me. Like for 2 days, I tried using Goodreads. It's like, no, this is too much work. It's not worth it. I hate typing on my phone. I'm not going to type in what I read.
Although the older I get, like whenever I do my end of the year best reads, I am keeping track of what I really enjoyed. I'm like, oh, this is going to definitely make it. So I do have like a master sheet of that.
Hey, Ben.
Melanie, Omar.
How do I collect Dark Horse? Yeah, Dark Horses. Conan the Barbarian without going bankrupt.
You wait for the inevitable reprint from Titan Comics. If you watch that interview, I mentioned that. Would they ever reprint? Where are they at? They're back there. Those Colossal Conans. And they were like, maybe when we're done with the Marvel era. So just wait. Don't oh my gosh, those I don't know how much they go for now. I remember one selling for $1,000, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Do you have that alien book down here, or is it already upstairs?
I took it upstairs.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Bar.
Is there any reprints you want and need? Well, yeah, Tomb of Dracula 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, of course. There are things I want. The Justice League, the Detroit era. Manga, oh my gosh, so much. And then of course some of these hard to find hardcovers. Yeah, so there are things that I want as well. We have orphan issues in Omnibus. It's called Batman. Ouch. Really, James?
Still too much work, File Shadow. Thank you for the suggestion. Because that would require me to remember when I'm at a desktop to type it up. And my brain, I use so much energy to remember just when to do the laundry. When will Omar finally get a blurb on an Omni? Book good. Bye. Omar, speak pretty one day. Y'all, David Sedaris is awesome. You should read that book. Me talk pretty one day.
I would love that. I was hoping they put it in the New Warriors omnibus. That would have been cool. It's probably gonna be like in the New Warriors. I don't even give my seal of approval.
You changed your icon. Oh, look at it. Is that Brando Sandal books? I can't. Oh gosh, how can I not see? No, is it King?
I would love that. I would actually love a blurb that says "Good book, bye." No, book good, bye. I like that. Like I would be proud. I would be proud owning that. People would be like, "Hey man, are you the idiot that's blurb is on the back of this X-Men book? Is this book good, bye?" You spelled "bye" wrong. You spelled it B-Y-E. Yes.
Ibsy, I hate typing on my phone. That's I'm not gonna do it.
A
P-fouling omnibus. Stephen King books have quite a few graphic novel adaptations.
Yes,
other books would you all in the chat as well like to see get the graphic novel treatment?
I would love to see a Lord of the Rings treatment.
That's not Stephen King.
She said, "What other books would you all like to see?"
I thought.
King
oh,
books.
Sorry, you're right. You are correct. I interpreted it as Stephen King's books, but you're right.
The teacher has now become the student. Not the other way around. The student has now become the teacher. I would love to see Lord of the Rings adapted with
Is it not?
Mike Mignola? It has been, but Mike Mignola on
that would
artwork.
be cool.
With Al Williamson on inks, because I love that team up. I think it would be great with Richard Eisenoff on colors, and the adaptation done. Who does good like? Trying to think of who does
the Hunger Games.
Really good fantasy type of stories. I mean, there are some, right? Like Jim Zub. All text with K.
There's a really good graphic novel adaptation of The Hobbit. I wonder if we'll get TMNT Adventures in omnibus format.
We were supposed to. It was in the catalog.
Oh, he could do Hot Strider. Yeah.
Doing it.
Oh, wait, that's true. I was thinking about doing
it. What is with you and not reading good?
I'm just kind of tired today.
I thought about P. Craig Russell.
Yeah.
I thought about P. Craig Russell, honestly, but then I was like, I'd rather see Mignola inked by Al Williamson because it's different. It's not your typical Mignola, right?
I track my read to the Google Sheets, simple enough, and use the Comic Geeks app as well for my full collection. There's small press stuff not on there, but it's pretty good. Have you guys? Hey guys, does anybody know if you need to read anything before Annihilation by Keith Giffen?
Yes.
Giffen, yeah.
Infinity Abyss, Marble the End, believe it or not, and the Thanos 1 through 12. And actually 7 through 12 is written by Keith Giffen. That's where the character of Death changes. It goes from the bony chick to this like cute little girl that looks like Death from the Distinguished competition, if you will. Not to be a downer, but have you preserved near mint conditions videos ahead of TikTok's pending doom tomorrow? I've asked Tina to download them because it's going dark tomorrow, right? I don't know if she has or not. A few days ago, I went to my favorite comic book store and found out that Muppets have their own Omni. Yeah, there's Muppet and Muppet Babies. I should have bought it. Blasted in the past. And it's actually really good. I don't know why I got rid of it. I think I gifted it many years ago. Graphic novel adaptation, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and Poppy Wars are two to come to mind. Elon, what's up? What is the secret of keeping your hair as you get older? I don't think. I think genes, like my mom's genes. Most of my dad's side of the family went bald at a young age. My mom's, but it's a balance, right? Like you keep your hair, but then it's like, oh, high blood pressure. Have fun with that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always a balance in life. I'm reading the Annihilation Omni right now and have not read any of Omar's suggested pre-reads. I mean, you don't need to, but it does add to that, like, because you do ask, wait a second, why does Death look like a little young girl instead of her bony self in like that cloak? As far as I know, The Hobbit has been made into a comic, but not The Lord of the Rings. If there was a Lord of the Ring comics, I'd very probably know about it since I've read every Middle-earth book. Every Middle-earth book. Did you read the War of the Rings? All those by who was it? Christopher Tolkien worked on some, right? I remember I was huge into Lord of the Rings when I was in high school. Wait, what's $29.95?
Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies? Where'd you see it? You saw Muppet Babies from Hamilton Books. Wow.
It's 4 cents off.
I don't know if that book will ever be reprinted. I've always wanted to see the missing 1960s episode of Doctor Who.
Oh.
Wow, Phil, that's cool. Really cool,
Turn
man.
into a graphic novel. Who did that one? Was it Slott?
Yeah, Dan
Slott.
Slott.
I was like, this is like watching a Doctor Who episode. Oh my gosh, Dan Slott's Doctor Who comics are so good. Good morning, Melanie, Omar. I hope you both are staying warm and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank
too,
you.
Richard.
Thank you so much. I am currently reading the Assassin's Apprentice graphic novels. They are solid and represented the novel very well. I've seen the movie. Underneath are hard shells. Yes, I've read the History of the Middle Earth books by Christopher Tolkien as well. Man, I was huge into that stuff. Hi, Omar. What Omni should I read after Hickman's Avengers to finish his run? Secret Wars? Because after Hickvengers, he goes to Secret Wars, and then there's the X-Men stuff. But if you haven't read the Shield, I recommend his Shield. Heathcliff. I got my Muppet Babies Omnis from Hamilton Books like 15 months ago. Came in perfect condition. Not like some other outlets that sells books on the internet. Look at that.
Technically, Thanos 7 through 12 should be between the Drax Mini and the Kickoff Annihilation issue. Only Annihilation collection with that thanks material is one of the Road to Trades.
Yeah. But they never did a Road to Trades. Ooh, this is hard. Into Shambhala versus Triumph and Torment. Oh, Shambhala has a lot of it's Dan Green that painted that, right? Which we never really get to see Dan Green's paintings really in comics. I was used to just his inks. I would still go with Triumph and Torment. That still is my favorite Doctor Doom and my favorite Doctor Strange comic. Watership Down has a wonderful adaptation here that The Road. I heard that The Road was, I think it was Bruce that got The Road and said that it was a good graphic novel adaptation. I could be mistaken. It could be somebody else.
Was it you, Bruce? What are some DC or Marvel graphic novels that have more text than most graphic novels, which collect 1 to 7 issues, and the art is really good, and more for mature readers? Any recommendation? So you want a text-heavy, mature...
Monstrous. There you go. Go read Monstrous. I was talking about how dialogue heavy that book is. It's got beautiful art.
DC or
that's Image. Watchmen? But you said 1 to 7 issues really limit you.
This is a very specific question.
I'm trying to think.
Saturday morning fans in trouble. False.
The original Sherlock Holmes stories would be a good. Actually, Dynamite's been doing a lot of Bond comics. I would love to see those Sherlock Holmes adapted. That's cool. I like that.
I'll go get the alien black, white, in blood.
Oh, okay. Echoing Bar and Rahul. Okay, you show us. Yes, it's upstairs. Thank you, baby.
Oh.
Box mail time. I didn't get the chance to go to the post office, but I got this wonderful gift that I did not expect. This is from my buddy Dan Fiedler. Thanks for the endless hours of great content. My wallet does not thank you. He knew I was missing this from my collection. I can't believe he gifted me this. But he found a copy of the hardcover of Essex County. Remember, James, when you sent me some links for this and the people did not have them and sent me a soft cover? I was not expecting this. And this is a fun fact. Lemire's buddy, Matt Kent, designed the front cover of this book. So I've had the soft cover of this for years. I've never had the hardcover, and I always wanted it. And this is, dude, Dan, this is so unexpected, man. So I'm gonna open it up. He wrapped it in plastic and was well packaged. And I will go to the post office next week to see what we got in the mail. But Essex County is one of my favorite Jeff Lemire works. I love every one of the stories in here. And I've never seen it, but there was a TV pilot, maybe. It was supposed to be a show or a TV or a made-for-TV movie. Yeah, this was one of my wells. Because we all have them, right? Like, we all have white wells, and there's a beauty to that, I think, when it comes to collecting that. Dude, Dan, seriously, this is freaking amazing. that you're always in the hunt. I collect toys and manga that I've been hunting for decades. And when I find them in the wild, or somebody sends me like unexpectedly like this, it's just such an amazing feeling. So thank you, dude. This is a wonderful gift. Man, I love this book. Thank you, dude. Oh, this is the Alien.
Our winning colors were black, white, and red.
Yes,
So
just like the Aliens.
These black, white, red series.
Hey, that's green. What the heck?
Cheater, pumpkin eaters.
Shut up, Ryan, you creep.
That's a cool splash page.
Yeah, so a lot of different creators worked on this. It's an anthology series of just different stories set during different times of the Alien franchise.
There we go.
I finally got a copy
You're
of East of West 3 after a very long search. Thank you, Melanie. I didn't hear when you said it was upstairs. I appreciate
okay.
Oh, Melanie, that's gross. Is this red? Like, is this parental advisory? I think most of these are.
Green. What's up with the green?
Well, the green is that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I don't care.
What are you doing in my book?
But there's a lot of green. Mm-hmm.
So it is treasury size, so they're big. Is a white whale comic you want to catch and kill with a shotgun.
With a splash of green. That was too long for the title. It is Ting Time.
Is it Ting Time?
Oh, well, I hope you like it, Bar.
There's also the Predator one that came out, too, right? Didn't they do a Predator one? Or am I mistaken? No, I guess they didn't do a Predator.
Look at that.
Oh, they did the Star Wars Darth Vader, and they're doing the Star Wars Darth Maul.
Oh, he just punched him in the face.
My dude Lionheart got his hair did. How you doing, brother?
Oh, yay! You got your hair did. Wait, did you go to your LCS then? That's what you usually do after you get your hair did.
So if you're interested in purchasing big books, and you live in no, not Canada, the EU. I guess if you live in Canada, it's a long way to ship it. Check out wallscomicshop.com. They have great deals on books, big books from Marvel and DC, but other publishers as well. And they have the cheapest prices in the EU for these type of books. And they're based out of Berlin, Germany. Flat shipping rates for all EU countries for 12 euros. And if you tell them near mint condition at the checkout, all one word, sent you their way, you get free shipping for all EU countries with their first order of over 40 euros or more. I think they are changing that. Like you may get 10% off later on. I can't remember. So just make sure you keep typing that near mint condition. All one word at the checkout. And that's
What's Comic Shop,
That's
your
the one.
reliable source for Omnibus premium collectors and editions in Europe. Ting, ting. Oh no, I did it wrong. Ting.
oh no. I hope Walt's not watching. And he's like, fire her. Somebody said that G.I. Joe just got shipped. Mine still hasn't been shipped yet. I think
delayed.
Are they going by alphabetical order? Because I feel like I'm going to be the last guy on the internet that gets his G.I. Joe. But my amalgam finally came in this week. That was shipped out about a month ago. P-Team.
P-Team. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that ting.
Boy, Shaughnessy's just coming up with them today. And when I think of Avengers, I think of Cap, Thor, and Iron Man. I have a bunch of Cap and Thor omnis, but no Iron Man. Any recommendations? John, are you still here? This is your moment to shine, John. John's in the toilet right now going, dang it, I should have been there. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's out of print, but the David Michelinie one is great. It's some good reading. You can go back to the beginning. There's 3 omnis for that. There's the Joe Quesada. I forgot Joe Quesada got one. The Man in the Iron. What was it? The Iron and the Man? I can't remember what it was even called. And then Dan Slott's run. And that's really it when it comes to Iron Man. Not a lot of Iron Man. Manga's an old hat from ouch. Ouch. At 2. Torsen.
Any word on a Superman for All Seasons Deluxe Edition reprint? I want to have sales art in OHC, but I don't give space for. I don't.
You don't have
space for an absolute.
I haven't heard of an deluxe, but I'm sure it will come. They reprint those from time to time, and your picture always cracks me up, man.
Uncanny X-Men Omni Volume 4 was my whale. I'll never forget being hooked up with that book. I literally cried happy tears.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got it, brother. Is JLA Avengers in the amalgam? No, it is not.
Thank you for the super chat.
That was a different deal. That was a different contract. So it has to be collected separately.
Is it because I said Arby's earlier? If somebody mentions a
Arby's
type of food, no, I said Arby's.
No, I said Hamza is driving around and his buddy goes
Arby's.
No, his buddy.
Did I not say Arby's?
No, you didn't,
Melanie.
Melanie.
I thought I did.
How bad is your memory?
Anywho, somebody's like
the mask and the Iron Man. That's what it is. Thank you.
A certain type of food, like soup. I'm like, oh, I want soup all of a sudden.
I am not in the can, Omar.
You were thinking of
mask and the Iron Man. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. What did I say? The Iron in the Man mask?
Oh, I accepted it into his brain. Me, because I'm the one that said Arby's. You're incepted.
The Namor one. The Timeless Greatest Marvel. I would go with Namor. I had more fun with that one than the Cap or the Human Torch one.
Do you think Mark Waid has written enough material for a Doctor Strange Omni?
And there's even
I heard Wade's been working on a companion book to Buscema and Lee's How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
And there's even one that was never published that they could do from the Surgeon Supreme era. How to create comics the Marvel Way.
Okay, Omar, you
the
said
Marvel
Arby's.
Waid?
Because I was offended at the suggestion that I eat there.
How were you? Everybody eats at freaking Arby's.
No,
dude.
not me. We are leaving after the stream, and I'm packing a lunch to not eat fast food.
That's how
I don't want it.
Carrot and
I got carrots, peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
a
sliced apple.
I was gonna say I'm gonna make a carrot stick and jam sandwich.
No, not all together. Hey, Josh. Best pizza restaurant? Domino's. No, I was kidding. I don't know.
I am partial to Papa John's.
Yeah, I like Papa John's.
I know people are like, "Ooh, the throwies didn't even made."
I like that.
I don't know. I've always been partial to Papa John's. Arby's is okay. I enjoy it on occasion. I prefer the Christmas turkey. Is this I think it's the first time you commented today, and I love that it was Arby's that made you comment. I love it, man. That's awesome.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I was supposed to have pasta.
I don't even quite know what it is.
Oh, limon. What does that even mean, Harvey Picar? You're not even yelling. Are you okay, dude?
He's got exclamation marks of creating comics. Jack Ferry says.
Jack Ferry, okay.
Having to do more with the writing side of creating.
Oh, that's a good idea, right?
Caesars.
Surprised we're getting a Marvel 2-in-1 omnibus before a Marvel team-up omnibus. Right. What is with that? James Abel, you gotta settle the debate. Who saved the Arby's, though?
Papagino's.
Yeah.
Okay, Gino.
This is what happens when you live outside of Kentucky. You just have all these different places. We got Papa John's, Domino's, and Pizza Hut. And Little Caesars. Welcome to the new NMC, where we do overviews of Arby's menu and a hot and ham cheddar Omar. Pasta. There we go.
You see
lemon pasta. It's amazing.
Ham and cheddar hot pockets. Hot pockets. I'm so hungry. I can eat at Arby's. What material can be collected for New Avengers Omni Volume 2?
The rest of the New Avengers run that leads into the Dark Reign era. And I would definitely add Secret Invasion in that one. The worst Papa John's I've ever had was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Really? I've never had bad Papa John's.
Louisville has that Imperizelli's. I do like that pizza, Imperizelli's.
Yeah, we made chow.
Yeah. Wow, we got a while to go, and I just got hungry, man.
Let's see. How are you? Hope you having a good weekend. What are you reading currently? Me, Melanie, Todd Father Spidey. Oh, how fun.
Me, that Aliens Treasury Edition that I'm going to leave down here. The Mark Miller Swamp Thing, and I'm finishing out the trades of the Doctor Strange book, which has that Into Shambhala storyline, the Marvel Masterworks Volume 11. Omar, do you read?
I didn't answer.
Oh, I thought you did. You said me. Oh, him. I'm sorry. Sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Daredevil Born Again. I finished that yesterday while waiting for my tire to be replaced, and Delicious in Dungeon. And I'd like to plan today my lesson for creative writing, where I show off some of the lines from Godzilla's first issue. Who wrote that?
That was Doug Mitch.
Thank you, Doug Mitch.
Yeah.
And they use it as like a mentor sentences and create their own awesome lines that are dramatic that could inspire some artwork.
Did they take away our potato cakes, Josh? How did nobody have
sauce?
Yeah, the horsey sauce.
Yeah,
I can eat it. I love that line. That's a good T-shirt idea. I can eat an Arby's.
I can eat Arby's.
Now that Vertigo is back, what do you want to get reprinted? Well, I'm getting a lot of good stuff, man. Shade the Changing Man. I mean, reprinted with a Vertigo label instead of a black label on it. Oh, Swamp Thing probably with the original colors. What's in Arby's?
Sing. You make everything.
Do you think
Swamp
the all-powerful
Thing.
continuity being Johnny DC in James Gunn's DCU, aka the DC logo with the lady's head and stick figure arms and legs? Do you think we'll see a powerful continuity?
No. Do you think we'll see the all-powerful continuity being Johnny DC in James Gunn's DCU, aka the DC logo with the lady's head and stick figures and ears? I still don't understand the question, but that's how you read it.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. I understood the question. Yes.
Mystery Theater book.
Yeah, Sandman Mystery Theater 2 Compendium needs to come out. I'm surprised that wasn't in the catalog.
So good news. Gypsy is regaining weight on her thyroid meds.
Oh,
she
good.
did open up her wound again, so her arm is currently shaved and stapled. She wears a cone of shame. Oh, poor baby.
Cone of shame.
Reprint also in OHC. Wendy's is better than Arby's. I miss Chicken Unlimited. Never heard of it. They have hamburgers. Okay.
Chicken Unlimited. Where was that, Dana? Is that when you were living here in America or overseas? How's that Miller Swamp Thing? It's okay. I'm not going to lie. It's just okay. Not as good as Nancy Collins. Not as good as... I mean, it's unfair to compare it to Alan Moore, but not even as good as like Brian K. Vaughan's. It's just okay. There's a couple of Grant Morrison issues in there too.
So that's a very obscure character.
It is.
The animator was... Let's see.
Johnny.
Good appearance in the second volume of the Blue Beetle series. It just came out last week. Oh, cool. Okay,
I need to pick up the trade.
It's in the Miami in the 70s.
70s.
Johnny DC was DC's kid mascot. Fred Hammock did a one-shot with Johnny DC.
Oh, Fred Hammock did? DC as the bad guy. I did not get the DC style guide. I thought about it, but this month coming after Christmas, my budget was very limited, and there's a bunch of Omnis coming out. There's the Absolutes coming out, so I had to I had to make sure my budget was okay. If it's still around, I may get it next month. Sorry for the deep cut lore. No, you're okay. Johnny DC was created by Keith Giffen in the Ambush Bug comics, the cartoony looking continuity cop for the DC Omnivores.
Well, thank you for
and I love it. Ambush Bug. Now that makes sense. Okay.
Scott saying the Miller Swamp Thing is worth it for the Hester art.
That I will say. If you're of course you're a art guy. Sorry about that, Eric. Yes. So if you're a big Hester fan, yes. How do I feel about Avengers Run on McKay? It's been great. Slow start, but once it kicks, it kicks butt, man. It's good.
Yeah, I hate autocorrect. Archive edition Black Costume Year 1. Will it have page borders like the other gallery editions? Not a fan of that.
The archive edition. Oh, I don't know. You're right. I don't know. I know that Secret Wars is also coming out. I'm not sure. I did. Oh, no. Wait. I did tell David some of the things that I heard complaints about, and that was one of them about the bars on the side. If there's any way you can shift the art, not him, of course, but his team could shift the art to the middle so it looks like it's the entire page at least. So I swear, I did let them know. I don't know how it's going to look, though. But I did every complaint that I see, if I see a lot of complaints, or they themselves see, they saw all the comments on because they let me know that they saw the comments on the Marvel premiere. Because, that is the target audience, right? Our collected editions collectors and buyers and readers. Just got my first omnibus, Moon Eye by Houston. Very excited to read. That's a lot of fun, Ben.
Congratulations,
got some
Ben.
morning stream. Kick butt art.
So animated. This is how I read that. I agree with Hamza. It's a great term for omnibus.
Oh, that's what I thought he meant.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Max? How you doing, brother?
And hey, Big Stu.
Morning, brother.
And where? Eric says, I'm excited for you to read the new Storm series.
I read all 4 floppies this weekend. It's good. I heard the single, single character stories are solid. Okay, I can't wait to read that either. That's gonna be a few months though.
What is Batman War Games Omni?
War Games it's kind of like Gang War, where a bunch of the people, all the villains in Gotham, want to take over territories, kind of like a no man's land. But it features the character of Black Mask heavily, and Hush makes a return there. It's part of the Hush return story too. It's got characters like what is his name? Orpheus, characters you may not have heard of. But it is.
And then he has a question, but I don't know.
And it's also
spoiler. Is that a spoiler?
It is a spoiler. So,
okay. So
yeah. So yeah, the question you asked, yes, that is the storyline where that happens. And also the story where Stephanie Brown becomes Robin for a while. Storm has a story is leap from the pages. Artwork is so breathtakingly beautiful. Wow, James.
Yeah, it's poetic.
Huh? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jerk like that. There's another super chat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you for the super chat.
Just got my first Omni for Christmas.
Yay!
Flat 52. Where can I get Charles Soule's Daredevil? Can only find German and UK.
Oh.
It hasn't been reprinted yet, so it's currently out of print. So you would have to look on eBay or Amazon, or if you're patient, we're having a reprint poll here in the next month or so. I got to get with Peter on that about when to schedule it. I want to make the announcements first and then get to the reprint polls for you all to vote. Once we're done with all the announcements, then we can start seeing what you all want reprinted.
Thank you for another super chat.
No. Will Ferrell as DCU ambush bug.
Or too old.
Too not funny. No.
Yeah. And Josh.
Of course you're right. Who else would have typed that unless somebody went to your house and murdered you and is now taking over your computer? That went dark.
Aw. Get the writer Storm for an interview so you can introduce them to Max and
possibly have him adopt. That is a really weird kink. Okay, Max, if that's your thing, I can try to make that happen. I think I will buy it. I like it. It did get a lot of hate because of what you mentioned, that first part. But yeah, now picturing Will Ferrell in an ambush. Oh God, why did you do that? Do you think that of some Daredevil Born Again will have
the show? Okay, the Daredevil Born Again, the show will have some inspiration from the Chip Zdarsky run. Because I was like,
he's a little older, so I can kind of see that.
Was like, written years and years ago.
Actually, you pointed it out.
Watching the trailer, I was like, because I just read Born Again this week. I was like, okay, he does get a gun stuck in his face, but that's the only similarity I've seen so far.
It was the mention when you said that maybe they'll do that like in Chip Zdarsky's run, when he was like, what did he say? Something along the lines of going too far. He went too far. Or he went over the edge.
Did I? I thought Lydia asked a question.
No, it was in the trailer where he said that.
So maybe
because he's like, "Why'd you stop being a vigilante?"
That's like at the very beginning of Zdarsky's run, which I highly suggest, by the way, of him going too far, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta back this up."
Do you think when they Omni the Krakoa era, will they just do it by title, X-Men Omnis, Excalibur Omnis, New Mutants, or they will do it in the story with titles interconnected? That's been the question for 5 years. I really, at this point, because of things like Sabretooth and X-Men by Hickman, they could do it both ways. They could do it that, and it's X-Men, so they know people will want it, right? They can do it by reading order, which I think is what the majority wants, or by just creators.
Oh, I would rather reading order, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think a lot of us would. I would want it in a reading order. For sure, Josh.
Why is Josh talking to himself? Yes, Josh, you already like. Max, I'm not come here to be shamed.
Came here to be stepped on. All right, whatever you can kiss, man. Adoption and
who would you cast as a live action ambush bug?
Nowadays, if I could go back in time, John Lovitz. John Lovitz was the character. No, what's his? Not John Lovitz. Who played the version of El Chapulín Colorado on Saturday Night Live? Was not Buscemi, John Belushi. Belushi. That's who I would
What
cast.
about-
Charlie Day. Charlie Day because of the Green Man outfit that he wears. Actually, that kind of works. Okay, I'm in with that. I like that.
Oh, good, Josh. I'm glad.
Wait, did you read
Here's
one
a
again? I hope you
Arrested
read it.
Development reference. I don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it.
What was it? The question? It was like, where would you like to be seated, non-smoking or smoking? I can't remember what it was.
I think I get that confused with the banana question.
No, the banana question is like,
$5,
I could buy my own
$10.
groceries. How much is a banana? $5?
Okay, a line was crossed, is what you said.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And speaking of Zdarsky reaction video, somebody
did you
tagged
watch
me. No, I haven't yet. Somebody tagged me in Discord yesterday, but when I saw it, we were about to play Hearts, and then I put to the side thinking I'm not going to remember to come back and watch it. I haven't watched it.
I'm gonna tell your boy, you put him to the side. You put him to the side.
Man, I was so excited to see his Zdarsky his newsletter still being published.
Pauly Shore, that's his comeback. It's the renaissance of Pauly Shore. Terrence Howard. That's what he meant by
John Lovitz.
That's the ticket. Yes. Chances of Agents of Atlas. God, I love you, John K. I want that book too. I don't think his Omnibus of Thunderbolts sold well enough to grant that, but I love, very underrated. Very underrated. You know what else is underrated is this Red Hulk run too.
Ever think we'll get a DeFalco era Fantastic Four Omnibus prior to the chronological?
I hope so, because it's going to take years to get us there in chronological order. And I mean decades.
What Alien Omnibus should I get? What's the best one? I've been thinking of starting to read the comics. Does Alien have any current ongoing?
To me, my favorite one is 1, and then 2, then 4, then 3, in that order. In Rat Race was Peak. Was he Peak in Rat Race? I forgot. That movie also has like Rowan Atkinson and those guys. Omar, happy 20th birthday to Young Avengers this year. 20 years, we're getting old.
Oh, Ryan, fantastic.
Paul Ryan, rest in peace. I loved his artwork in there. Yeah, I know most people are like, oh, but he gave us boob window soup. But it was so much more than that. Elfquist in color, better choice than black and white. If it's overseen by the creators, the peonies, yeah. Good luck finding a copy of. Yeah, Aliens 2 is out of print and way out of print, unfortunately.
Any word on the mysterious Ultimate Spider-Man Omni Volume 5?
Word.
It was also a boob window thing.
To be fair, they were, yeah, right? It was fair game. Was everybody? I literally know nothing about Alien Comics. What are the numbers for? Oh, I'm sorry, Omnis. Those are Omnis. Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 4, and then Volume 3 are my favorite in that order. So the comics are great because
like, do I just
those
write
are
Alien Omnibus 2?
Those are reprints of Dark Horse era of Aliens. And it was the very first property with like Predator later on that Dark Horse got to work on, licensed property. And what's cool is the original Dark Horse printings had the names of like Ripley and Newt and Hicks because there wasn't an Alien 3. There was no Alien 3 movie. So it's like going back and reading these stories as the creators thought about this is how the story should be. Unfortunately, they had to change the names when Dark Horse reprinted them in trade paperback. So Hicks and Newt and Ripley became different characters. But when Marvel got the license back, they reverted back to the original names of Ripley, Newt, and Hicks. Oh man, they're so good. There's some creepy stories in there. I love the pigs. Was that the Chuck Dixon one, the pig one? I like the talking alien one, the synthetic alien. You're in for a treat, Bar. Get the Epic collections. They're in print. Get the Epics.
Thank you for the super chat. Just want to say we are blessed that the NAM Omnibus is actually happening.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you for the super chat.
Is it called Alien, the original years?
Yeah, get those Epics. You will really dig them.
Would it be better to market an Iron Man by Dugan Omni as an X-book or an Avengers?
You're just trying to make it happen, aren't you, John?
Hey, Jewish Dragons, how are you?
Jewish Dragons, I owe you a big email, my friend. I hope you've been doing well.
Ask.
People have been. Oh, who was the artist on this? People have been asking me whenever I make announcement videos. It's been behind me for over since you sent it my way. I love that piece, by the way.
I'll look for your answer. When will the NAMM Omnibus be able to pre-order? Haven't seen a listing yet.
Actually, here in the next week or so, when the solicits go live. That's why I need to beat the Marvel. Maybe I'll just announce the 2 masterworks I know about so far. But that's no fun. People want to see like 6 books. Yo, Omar, dude, how have you been? Any news on new gallery editions on the schedule as yet? And when is the launch shot announcement? One day, my friend. One day. And I haven't seen any gallery editions yet. I need to ask about those.
The whole awake meme started after my work shed changed. Schedule. I always wanted to join the live stream, but couldn't. So I originally typed, thank God I awake, but my phone autocorrected. So am I awake? Oh, thanks, Josh, for explaining.
And that is the origin of Am I Awake? Thank you for that. Who will play you in the movie adaptation, Joshua? That's the question. Will it be John Lovitz?
Did you find out about the Daredevil by McKay?
I did ask.
Back in print.
But the thing is like, I think I asked way too many questions, so they're being bombarded with questions. So I may wait and kind of space them out a little bit. I will find out.
I'm ready when I get to the end of the Soul Omni. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
The entire history of alternate Alien 3 stories, what ifs, is fascinating.
It is. I like that. I don't know if anybody else enjoyed it, but I really like the what is the comedian's name? Paul Reiser, the guy that played Burke in Aliens. The What If Burke? Those were really good. I really like that comic. Paul Reiser, is that his name? He was in Mad About You. But it's like, what if Burke had lived? I don't know if anybody else read them, but those were solid. Omar asked many questions. Another one was about the box set. I know, I forgot. Denzel Washington will play my role. I like that.
Is X-Men Decimation Omni all I need for the aftermath of House of M?
Yeah, that's the actual era. That's what it was known as. Sorry.
It's okay. Your hands are cold.
I know.
Did I mention it's cold down here? Let's see.
Paul Reiser, dad number 2 of my 2 dads. That's right, new Spooey channel. Omar, did you do an overview of DC? Actually, that will be out on Wednesday.
Yep.
Finally got it in this week, and I can finally release my video. I'm so sorry I haven't got a chance. Like, it was just lost in it was just lost in shipping. We had a literal song of ice and fire here in America. We had the wildfires in LA, which are still happening, and praying for those. Especially, we've got some good friends out there. And then we've got the ice storms here in this side of America. So it kind of affected it. Now, so we had more important things going on than to worry about a lost package. But it did finally make it in. Any word on Alien books continuing their Valiant Universe Origins line? Ron, are you still here? Are you still in the chat, Ron? He could answer that question. Maybe he can.
Think we'll get Wolverine Havoc Meltdown in the Uncanny Epics, or too mature, keeping hold of my trade?
I don't know. It took a lot for me to talk him into putting it into that Wolverine Omnibus Volume 2 because it changed the rating. But then they decided, you know how I actually did it? I said, yeah, but what kid is buying a $125 book? And I remember David was like, yeah, you're right. Let's make that happen. So I don't know if they will change it in the Epic collections or not.
Is the Mike Mignola Alien story collected in the Epic collections?
I think it's volume 3 that will have that. They were fun getting Reiser to co-write it. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I really like it. Omar, I do not accept this which answer to what? Jess would have hunted that book down through the post services in person to get. Jess can't even remember what he's ordered. That's why I love Jess's giveaways. He's like, oh, I forgot I already ordered. David Fincher's Alien 3 is a nihilistic masterpiece, both versions. I will die on this hill. Well, I don't think you'll be alone. I think there's like 2 or 3 people. David Finch will be there with you. Even the director's cut to me was like, it was just, I don't like the way the characters are treated. I don't want to spoil it in case people haven't seen it.
Oh shoot, who's Jaggernaut's 13-year-old does not like 3 or 4.
4 gets a pass. Yeah, Meltdown is in Wolverine Omnibus Volume 2 because this guy was like, hey, why don't you add it in there? And at first they said no, and then I was like, blah blah blah, and it happened. Omar, best Jubilee focus story. Go. Not Jubilee by Robert Kirkman. I really like the one from annual number 15, which just shows her when she's in the outback, like before she meets up with Wolverine. I thought that was a really good story. I really like the aftermath of Phalanx Covenant right before she leaves for Generation X. And I really like Wolverine 75, the letter that he writes her. And it's just her reaction, but it's that beautiful relationship between, both of them. The Sentinel ones from 70, 72, 73, 74, even all the way to 71, like the Savage Land story that leads into the Sentinel story, where you find out about her parents and stuff. Those are excellent.
That's what I read.
Yeah, those are good. 4 was better than 3, rushing through the films to get to Romulus. Romulus is so good, man. What do you think
of the Marvel Masterworks line? I think that it has its days counted. One can wait 20 years to finish a volume, and we collectors aren't getting any younger.
I think there's a definite market for them, because I know for a fact a few of my viewers are Masterworks only, and their placeholders are Omnis and Epic Collections until the Masterworks come out. To the people, I mean, Masterworks have been around since 1987, and one of my favorite people, and I know he watches my streams because he told me to. So Peter, if you're watching this, I love your work, man. Green Lantern Corps. Peter Tomasi, he was like, I will never admit to it, but he owns every freaking Marvel Masterwork, and he loves them. So there are people like him that are finishing out the lines that cannot wait for the next ones. But yeah, I think there are people that enjoy them. Like, that is the way they collect them, and they will happily wait for their one collection a year. And X-Men's a little late. X-Men's, did he do the internal artwork of that? David Nakayama will never forget being in Dublin, Ireland, on a high school trip in the summer of 1992, and seeing in the cinema with the marquee Alien 3, The Prophets Have Spoken. I actually have a photo for that proof.
Hey, if you're just listening, it's spelled Profits. The Prophets Have Spoken.
Prophets Have Spoken.
That's awesome. Any Chris Yost or Kyle Omnibus in the future?
The only one that I've seen is in that Decimation Omnibus, which has the Childhood's End storyline. So nothing yet. Dear Lord Omar, I'm about to be 40 and never had a Marvel Masterwork of my own. Since I am about to be old, can you help a man out? You're asking for a Masterwork and you're 40 years old? Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Thomas. Afternoon, Melanie and Omar. Hey, Buttery Flaky Chris. I finished Birthright Book 1 and loved it. Do you know if we'll be getting a book 2?
We should be. That book sold well.
What Marvel titles would you choose for Tom King and Scott Snyder to write?
Scott Snyder, I think the obvious choice would probably be something easy like Daredevil. Tom King, Tom King really has a thing that he does. Like who's an obscure character that he can bring out of obscurity and
Ambush Bug
and completely make you ignore everything that's happened before. Ambush Bug is DC, Melanie.
Gosh. What was the question? Marvel. Oh.
Yeah, it would be Bug from the Micronauts. Bug. He'll do this Bug storyline, kill off a bunch of your characters, make it into a PTSD book. Tom King.
Thomas just watched Where to Start in Marvel Comics.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
What a video. Thanks for all the info.
You are so welcome. Thank you for watching.
Left in Lobdell's Nicias' era that they're just going through their Rolodex of nonsense words for Jubilee.
Oh, that's right.
A rule she couldn't say the same goof word twice.
She was like hip with what the kids were saying back then, man. Nighthawk for Tom Hawk. Oh, I like that one. The Union Jack. Rom Space Knight of Tomorrow from Tom King. Stiltman. Would he get goofy? Would he go goofy though, or would he be like, no, I need a serious character. I need somebody that we haven't seen for a while, and completely destroy them from the inside out.
Club sandwiches, not seals. Max, I like that hashtag. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier that tomorrow we're going to discuss Born Again, the Daredevil story by Miller and David
Mazzucchelli.
Thank you. And That's at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll send a Zoom link on Patreon tomorrow through the $7.77 tier.
The Impossible Man. See, that might be a little too goofy for Tom King. Like he wants to. Dakota. What is her name? The detective agency, Dakota. Dakota. That's a Tom King book. Or Paul. Quasar would work. We haven't seen Quasar for a while.
Thomas says, I just discovered your channel. Do you make your own comics or something like that?
I wish.
He and his brother have a terrific idea for a comic. In fact, when he was telling me about it, I was like, I kind of want you to stop telling me because I'd love to read it for real. But no, not published or anything like that.
Dakota Fanning, what the heck is wrong with you two?
We just really love comics, and
we do.
He's been reading it for way longer than I have.
Way longer than I want to admit. And Dakota North, thank you, Phil Owens, for being the voice of reasoning in the chat when everybody's like, Dakota Fanning?
Oh my gosh. I'll make trips. I hope you can. I was actually slated to write the afterword to the Swedish edition of Born Again, but it's not through for different reasons. Well, please join or send us an email or something. I don't check the email. Omar, tell me if he emails about
who? Dakota North?
No, Mega Shripser.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I just said I'm reading his comment. I was actually slated to write the afterword to the Swedish edition of Born Again.
Dakota Johnson? See, that's why I don't talk to you all. What the heck is wrong with you? I love your vibe. Thanks, man. Actually, could not write an established. Well, because that's what he does, though, and I'm okay with that. That's how I take his stories and out of continuity and a pocket.
I mean, his Mr. Miracle is one of my top 2 favorite stories.
I really liked Omega Man. I don't like the way he portrayed Kyle Rayner.
He's thinking Wednesday.
Yeah, they'll be on Wednesday.
He just got it in the mail.
Yeah, it'll be Wednesday. I've read those stories. I just need to.
Oh, Dakota Johnson is one of the best parts of Madame Web.
No, there's no best parts of Madame Web.
I didn't get bored until halfway through.
Not even Sydney Sweeney can save that movie.
Which I don't see the appeal anyway.
Of Sydney Sweeney.
No, I don't. But that's me.
You don't see the appeal.
No.
What kind of woman do you like?
What's her face?
Salma Hayek?
Yes, thank you. You know.
All right.
What creative team would you choose for a new Exiles run?
Oh my gosh, we've had so many. I would keep it to just X-Men, right? I would keep it to just X-Men. And maybe use one Ultraverse character. Because of the original Exiles that was printed over there. Deadeye. I make that same joke.
The new Jean Grey.
Okay.
Thanks.
Who's a character that hasn't shined for a while? Bring back Vulcan. Yeah, bring back bring back Vulcan.
Let's see, that would have been the right answer.
Honey Badger. Oh, but you have to go through different universes, right? So like a universe where Vulcan was the leader of the X-Men, something like that. A universe where Honey Badger was the Wolverine all grown up. Ooh, I'm writing a good fanfic here. I'm only on 2 characters.
Just get Daniel Warren Johnson, baby. We
got to bring back the Gingers.
Melanie only likes brown Latin people, right? And
what?
Ironically enough, I'm attracted to tall, lanky white men, and I marry a Latin man. But then if it's women, apparently. Wait.
What?
Redheads. Yeah, redheads.
Oh,
those are
you
nice.
Too, huh? This is interesting. Hey, Omar, Melanie, what are your plans for the segment? Concept is suggested. Oh, I haven't shared it with her. I haven't shared it with her yet, but I promise I will because I think it's a really good idea, and I want to get Dom involved with that too.
Swooning for Sweetie.
Jack Ferry. Viva
Pedro Carajo. What world where Carl Barks makes a mini for which X character?
Howard the Duck with Cyclops powers? Like, how can I separate him from Duck comics? A bear, Wolverine, because he likes writing about the woods. There we go.
On someone X-Men team that you would love, but Omar would hate. Yours? You got it, dude. Granny.
Granny, Nanny.
Shoot.
Orphan Maker.
What's
actually good.
What's the new character? She just apparently is immortal.
The ice cream guy?
No, the old lady.
Oh, What the heck is our character?
What's her name, Max?
Yeah.
All the weird ones.
Omar has no idea what's going on. I never know what's going on when Melanie starts talking. Omar isn't Latin. He's Mexican.
I don't either.
Ryan, you don't even know.
Lockheed.
Lockheed is good.
He's so cute.
Ryan, you can't even point to Mexico on a map. I guess it's south of Tennessee somewhere. Down here next to this little peninsula.
Yes, that immortal grain from X Factor. I need to go to the comic book store.
All jokes aside, I think Sydney Sweeney is beautiful. I actually like her sleepy eyes. Oh, Hamza, you should write her poems on Instagram. She'll appreciate that. I've never seen Sydney Sweeney in anything. Apparently, she has in a 4th season of episode of Heroes, but I already get. Oh my gosh, she must have been real young. You know, Omar,
that was a good show.
If you could have, if you could have one canceled run relaunched.
Wait, I was on it, baby. I clicked on it.
Firefly.
There.
The comics, Agents of Atlas, or DNA's Guardians of the Galaxy. But I know they'll never work together again.
Is Blurry Eyes the theme to DNA? Because I keep singing it. Your blurry eyes.
You're gonna have to sing more. Omar, whatever happened in the Don Rosa interview? I did ask. I think he just got busy. I'll ask again.
Jewish Dragon.
John Leguizamo. I almost went with John Leguizamo.
Oh my gosh.
His early one-man shows were magic. I almost went with John Leguizamo, brother.
When I met him, I said, "You're a good voice actor," and he was like, "Thanks." Or who's the artist? Jewish Dragons. Because if you answered, I didn't see. Jeff the Land Shark by Carl Barks.
Oh, dude, Jeff the Land Shark's blowing up now. You all got that first thing.
Herman book about his quiches.
Deconstructing Glob Herman. Marvel Rivals is really blowing up Ileana's character. Yeah.
The writer of her newest comic set up a signing booth at my favorite hobby shop last week, and I had her sign my bicep.
Are you gonna get that tattooed? That's cool. I heard it was really good. That the magic. Actually, Max told me it was really good.
I like to something. John Leguizamo, the song at the beginning of the past.
Hey, how about when we click on comments and you forget what you're saying?
She has eyes.
She's got eyes.
Season of Heroes was.
I agree. And then we lost Brian Fuller, and when Brian Fuller went on to do, Jewish Dragons right there.
No, but he's not answering.
Brian Fuller went on to do Pushing Daisies, which is another amazing series. It went the heck. And by heck, I mean H-E double huck sticks. Imagine the backstory of Thomas Wayne and how he became the richest man in Gotham by Don Rosa.
That's good.
Oh, he would go through every appearance.
Joshua says yes. And Max, okay, I'll pick up Magic number 1 when I go next time. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Mika would love a Don Rosa interview with you guys, right?
Oh, I would go to his house and pluck his tomatoes and peppers. I know that sounds really weird, but he loves growing peppers. Mm-hmm, if you've ever met him at convention, he loves sharing his peppers with you. Jeff the Shark makes Kelly Thompson enough money so she can write small indie comics like Absolute Wonder Woman. That makes me happy.
Tom King should write Soft Serve.
Soft Serve, that's who it is.
Her gender.
I can't remember her gender. I thought it was a dude. Brian Fuller did Hannibal.
Say that every time.
How is Hannibal? I never watched it.
Raymond says, so thoughts about the Daredevil Born Again trailer?
Oh, I'm in, dude. I cannot wait. And I hope we only get one trailer and that's it.
Are you talking about Rosa or Sweeney?
Rosa.
Yep, Don Rosa is a big celebrity in Europe, in the Nordic countries.
I love you some John Rosa. Would love if you had an interview with Roger Stern. Me too. I don't know where Uncle Raj is these days. He doesn't do a lot of Comic Cons either. Hannibal's amazing. Huh. Have you decided the schedule for the week? Are there interviews? I'm trying to get an interview with Matt, the gentleman that put the Foo together, the Jamie Hewlett book. He had to reschedule, so I'm trying to do something on Wednesday. As far as the schedule, Sunday's an announcement early in the morning, and then an overview of the Superman Kryptonite. I forgot until somebody reminded me last week that I had already filmed it a couple of weeks ago. And then in the evening, I think that's when I'm going to put up the Mad Caves books that Amanda did an overview of. Monday is, oh man, that day is full. It is starting off with the Spider-Man by Joe Kelly omnibus overview. Then Peter and I are talking about the future of X-Men omnis and mappings and which ways you should go. And it's just going to be fun. Talking about X-Men is what we like doing. Not all the time. We talked about DC Evergreen last time. It was cool and fought very, very hard. And then the Marvel The End omnibus overview. Tuesday is an announcement, plus the Marvel trades. And I think Maddie's trying to get new reader back. Her internet seems to be holding strong. Wednesday is my amalgam overview with, I think, maybe Red Sonja. Is it Red Sonja? No. Shoot. I can't remember what it is. In the afternoon. Oh, no. DC Finest, I think, that's when Dom's video will go live. I think it's Green Arrow. And then new reader. Reels Talk in the afternoon. Thursday's when I'm going to try to do where to start reading Daredevil. Thursday afternoon will be the Lonely City overview by Melanie, Catwoman Lonely City.
Oh, yeah.
And Friday will be the upcoming collected editions from DC Comics with something else I can't remember. Maybe the Persona 5 art book.
New reader Bone out of Boneville.
Oh, I would love that. I don't. Maddie comes up with her own schedule. She has taken over the show. Wednesday is Real Talk. What? No, it's not. What are you talking about, James? It's my birthday. That's all I want. It's for Omar to watch the proposal and destroy my views. Thank you, James.
Do you think there will be an omnibus of the Brightest Day tie-ins?
You mean like the first issues? I don't know.
Why would they use the iconic cover to Marvel graphic novels #1 for the cover of the Death of Captain Marvel omnibus?
Because they have a rule that they don't reuse covers from like trade paperbacks and gallery editions. I can answer that. That's an easy one. I saw that comment, but I didn't want to just comment because then it gets taken out of context. So they don't like to reuse covers they've already used many times over. They like to do something new. That's why. Oh, thank you so much. My dad loved Mafalda and got me into Condorito, so that reminds me of my dad. I was a big Condorito fan in Peru. Yeah. Big Condorito fan.
Oh, James, your birthday was last week of the birthdays. Oh, the last week of this month, but this same week, Dogman comes out.
I don't know where Chris is going to be. I'd love to have him on the show, but he's got this whole thing in LA right now with all the fires. I want Reels Talk to be another tier list because I enjoy the chaos. You and Bruce make the weirdest tier list.
Yeah, Persona 5 art book.
Oh, it is beautiful because it contains not just Persona 5, but also the plus, like the additional downloadable content.
DC coming out with the all new 52 Omnis. Do you think we'll have a Legion of Superheroes plus Legion Lost omnibus? And when will we have Secret 6 omnibus line 2?
We still need Secret 6. We need a Flash Volume 3 by Wade. We need a Flash Volume 2 by William Messer Loebs. So we still have some Volume 2s, and of course the Sandman Mystery Theater, yeah.
The Brightest Day tie-ins in different regular DC titles as opposed to the weekly series?
I think it's the relaunch of a lot of series like Titans and Green Lantern and new ongoing series too. Marvel has given me, as far as I know, that is the schedule. Yes, they have. They've like I mentioned before, Ryan. I think they've slowed down on reprints to focus on new books because they need some big sellers.
Oh, you can hear that? His brother's over with his.
The artist Peter Wynn. I think he started in animation on Wolverine and the X-Men, but he drew some Catwoman and Gotham City Sirens. I think. Thank you so much, Jewish Dragons.
Yeah, thank you.
Young Justice Volume 2. That's another one we need. Thank you.
Why didn't I like Ex Machina? Had high hopes, I guess.
That's also my least favorite Brian K. Vaughan book. It's just it's okay. It's very political. I mean, the whole idea is political, right? So it's kind of like West Wing meets real life superheroes. I should read some more Latin American comics, support my culture and all that. That's right. Like Mexican Gwen Stacy omnibus. Real talk. Studio Ghibli tier list. That would require Amanda to watch every Studio Ghibli because I don't think she has. I think she's only seen 1 or 2. Oh yeah, your stupid boy Geo. My stupid boy.
He's the smartest man in the YouTube.
He doesn't belong to me. Convinced me to get Ashita no Joe. Curse you, Geo. Yeah,
Do you think there will be a real talk tribute to David Lynch? He only directed 10 films, so it shouldn't be too hard to go over.
I don't know if David Lynch is Amanda's cup of tea, but I mean, I can try.
Probably not.
She doesn't like horror. She doesn't like obscure things. I will ask her. I don't know if she's seen. I don't think she's seen a lot of his films.
Do you know when the last volume of Trigo Maximum comes out?
April, we're getting the next one, and I think sometime in the summer they'll wrap it up. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy that we're gonna have all of them by June. 10-minute warning, Melanie. Let's do it. Were you a fan of U.S. Avengers? Oh my gosh, by Al Ewing. Absolutely. I really like the concept and wish it. They're reprinting it in a trade paperback.
You just talked about that the other day. I feel like
off the record. Yeah. Oh. And now it's on the record. Yeah. There's a trade paperback that's coming with this complete collection of U.S. Avengers. So it's awesome. Talking about Geo, you should have him on your channel. I have asked. Geo is very specific about what he likes. He changed his channel a couple of years ago to just manga. So he doesn't. I think I could probably get him on to do like a, what's it called? A Aquaman talk.
Do you know when Dark Horse makes announcements?
They don't make announcements. They just kind of PR just sends a PR notice to people on the list, and that's how they do it. So you'll see them on websites and stuff like that. If it doesn't make the catalog first, but there is a deluxe edition that I can't say a word about that hopefully we'll see soon. The DC previews on Friday. Is that stream with Lars, Peter, and no, that is the where not Josh. I just saw his name pop up. Where Dom does the upcoming DC collected editions. And he does it he's been doing it every month. He's like, I want to take
sweet, Max.
It's one of my heroes. I'm so sad he passed, but so happy with the things he gave us. David Lynch, yeah, he was great, man. Really liked Ex Machina, but I don't know if I could go back to it. It's very topical. Well, and also very political. I mean, it's the president of the United States, right? That is a superhero. Ex Machina feels rushed at the end. Felt like it wanted another 4 years to develop the presidential storyline. The underdeveloped villain that came and went at the end. Oh, and the mayor of Baghdad.
Thank you for the super chat, John. What haven't I used yet?
You know what? I'll give you my first one. That's all. I don't have any. I hate Limp Bizkit. I have one song that I actually jogged to, and it is the Mission Impossible theme from Mission Impossible 2. DC catalog will be sometime in late February, early March, I think is when they're done with the catalog. I don't like to do things in because the catalog keeps filling up, right? And they keep adding things. Like, I don't like to do breaking, unless they send information my way. I don't like to do breaking news for them because it's already out in the catalog.
Omar, do the Fourth World Absolutes run the
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Both the Jack Kirby stuff. And by the way, they are up here amongst my favorite absolutes. The Jack Kirby Fourth World. Chip Kidd designed the slipcases. Beautiful, man. If you don't have them, I suggest getting them that way instead of getting them the omnibus route.
Oh, it's called Take a Look Around. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that theme. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Everything else sucks.
What is the shortest run to get an Epic Collection? Do you think we will get Epic Collections that only have 1 or 2 volumes?
Captain Marvel is one. Oh no, Miss Marvel is one of them. Morbius, but we need a modern Morbius or 90s Morbius. Morbius has 2. Miss Marvel has 2, and it wrapped up. Killraven has 1, and that's it. You enjoy seeing Sean? Sean's good people, man. I got to hang out with him at New York Comic Con. I love those guys. Chocolate Starfish in the hot dog flavored waters, one of the greatest records of all time, John. Is that Limp Bizkit?
I don't know. Okay, let's see. And Banana, I see you saying you really enjoy comics, Sean from Comics Pals.
Yeah, I really like those guys. Bro, Mission Impossible 2 is tight. I don't know if he's being facetious or it is. I know people hate it, but I really liked I like the soundtrack. And it's weird to say I don't like, it gets more hate than it deserves. It's a John Woo flick. He even put the Holy Spirit in it. Is 2025 the year we finally get to see a Man of Steel omnibus announcement? Oh my god. Okay, that I will break my rule of not announcing anything from the catalog to announce, because I love that book. It is It was supposed to be here 6 years ago, but they pulled it out and made it into a hardcover instead. One day.
Bar and somebody else was asking. Oh, bye, Juggernaut, if you're still here. Bar and somebody else asking about, is Dom doing all the DC stuff?
He wants to help my workload, so he's doing the DC Finest, and he's doing the DC Solicits. I'm sorry, that's what they are. And he has my blessings to do that. It takes a load off my work. I'm still doing the Omnis and Absolute Editions.
Oh, Logan.
DC.
Logan
was me. Okay, yeah. So unless it's something like close and near and dear to my heart, yeah. Omar, have you seen Silo with Rebecca Ferguson on Apple TV? No, dude, how good is that? It looks tight, and I really think Rebecca Ferguson is she's a good-looking lady. And yet, if Kremlin Size Hunt in Web of Omni will have it will have the original colors. I bet the deluxe edition says new colors. I bet it will have the original colors. Arkham Saga is okay if you've played the games, because it adds stories in between the games. It will spoil things, especially like Arkham Knight. If you've never played it, it will spoil who Arkham Knight is. It's that good, dude? Okay.
Luke says, I don't mind Dom's overviews. He's very knowledgeable, but I'm wondering if you've decided to split the companies.
No. I still do a lot of DC stuff. I do their Absolutes, Compendiums, and Omnis. And he wants to do DC Finest. That's his baby. So I was like, yeah, I'll do the first round. And unless they send me things, which who knows, maybe one day. Hope you don't take it the wrong way. I enjoy your videos more and would love to see more DC videos by you than just the Omnis and Absolutes. But if I have time, right? DC's a company that unfortunately doesn't send me anything. So I have to buy all these books and I have to have the time to read them. When I have other companies that want to work with me that are sending me books, I give them precedence, because there's like, if you like, imagine being like you're publishing your own book, you send me a book and I don't feature it right in any of my segments. I think I'm doing a disservice to not just the companies, but also my viewers if I don't feature them. Like I have an Oni stack over there that I'm working through after I do the next IDW stack and then the Dark Horse stack. But he's helping me with that workload. So that's why. He's the fine guy, the DC fine guy.
Did you see the trailer?
I did. Mario Kart, baby, let's do it. Sell me the same games over and over, Nintendo. Don't even lie to me anymore. That's what I want.
I haven't read PTSD Radio.
Yeah.
But, his brother.
I loved it.
Really liked it, and it looks cool.
Loved it, man. I need to watch Severance season 2, brother. Oh, I know, Bar, but I promise you, like, when I have time, I'd like to dive deep into more of the DC stuff. Omar, pawn DC off on Dom. I haven't pawned it off. Great chat, guys. Thank you both. And don't forget to hit that like button. Have a great weekend. You too, man. Omar, if you ever need super based overviews that will get you demonetized, I'm Mexico somewhere down here south of Tennessee. I got you, man.
Saturday morning fans excited about the 24 players and the blue shells.
Right, 24 players? Let's bring it, baby. Omar, how did you end up with the Jillian comics? Mm-hmm. You live my dream, man. Oh, thank you. I'm very blessed and humble. And I've also been collecting for 40 years. So yeah, it's not like it was overnight that I built
you haven't been collecting this for 40 years, though.
Collected editions I've been collecting for 20 plus years. Comics I've been reading and collecting for 40 years. And then I did break up with comics for about 4 to 5 years. So there was that. It was a dark time. Yeah, it's awesome. Got me really spooked about.
Your dog growling at the empty.
Okay, we got one more minute, Melanie, and then we got to go. Am I about to dive Daredevil? Should I do Wade or Brubaker? Do Brubaker, then Wade.
Hey, how are you?
Steve, how are you doing, brother? Wow, I'm really behind on the stream, but I can see Tom King doing something interesting like did you think New Warriors? New Universe. Actually, that could work for him because he could just have free range, right? 40 years. Phil, I'm a youngster. Oh, thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Reading comics is better than reading the news. Isn't that a fact? Have a great weekend. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Yes, please have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all so much for being here. I will be back live we're doing the books club with you fine folks on the Patreon
Sunday, tomorrow
at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then Monday, I'll be back at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time here on the channel with Peter. Not arguing, but just talking about the different options you will have, because it kind of gets to be a little bit of a headache as to how to best collect X-Men. But that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button. Stay healthy and safe out there. We are out of here. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com, based out of America, if you're interested in buying books from America.
Stay minty.
Bye, everyone.